So, like I said, first try, everyone seems to like sniper builds, even though they aren't great for numbers or victories or anything. So this bot looks kind of cool. So is that other one. This is obviously the test server, because these weapons are a lot more difficult to get. However, we'll see how well Trebuchet, Ballista, or even Chimera and Hydra can do. And in case it's not already obvious, this is not actually what the video is about. As you can see, that barely did any damage, and now I have to wait forever to reload and recharge. What this series really is about weapons that are A, easier to get, and B, more useful potentially in low, mid, or potentially high tier gameplay. And so I'm just going to go ahead and stop that there, and I'll show you what we're actually talking about. This is my little chart for the Molot Tempest Inquisitor. Tempest is technically a premium weapon, but for one thing, it's a little easier to come by because it's older, and we've had more time to kind of accrue the components. And furthermore, with the Inquisitor, what's useful is you only need one heavy weapon, so you're not trying to grind for like 2 or 3 of these stupid things. Now that said, these weapons are probably the best chance you have at using the Inquisitor as a sniper. They have 800 meter range. As you get closer, the accuracy goes up, so you fulfill more of your damage potential. Clip capacity is 70. Damage per second changes because the weapons speed up after a second of firing, and they fire at 1.5 times the normal speed. It's a special damage type, kinetic damage, which is extra damage dealt to physical shields. They both have the same reload time, which is helpful. They both have the same firing rate, so they tend to be pretty close to each other when they actually finish a clip. So this makes for some pretty good synergy. It's good to match ranges and reload times if possible. Now, the damage is not impressive. However, it can be useful in the lower tiers. As like I said in one of my other videos presenting this Inquisitor series, a lot of people, even in the lower leagues, have access to the Inquisitor. And while there are probably better weapons, arguably, it seems that everyone tends to run Orkans or Terrans and an Ember on it. And I will cover that build because I actually have all those parts. However, I figured I'd give a little bit of diversity to this channel because no one is talking about these other potential builds. Admittedly, these other potential builds are weaker, but if you want to try it, it is kind of fun. So this is more map specific. The Inquisitor is a bit of a conundrum because with its stealth jump, it is very dangerous in battle. However, unlike the Rogatka or even the Griffin at times, its jump is very limiting in terms of its mobility because of the long cooldown. Now on this particular map, this map is, people love it, people hate it, but for a sniping setup like this, you can climb up, jump over on top of the bridge, and it puts you at an interesting vantage point to help protect center, or flush the enemy out of center. Now, of course, this is a mock battle with my other account. Usually you'd be taking fire, but of course you have some room to dodge and take cover with the kind of stepping away out of range of the weapons. Then this next clip is actual gameplay. So at close range, the damage is a little more impressive. You're also potentially not taken as seriously, so like sometimes when you're in the Inquisitor, everyone will gang up on you because it's a more threatening bot. But when they see these weapons, sometimes they ignore you, in which case you can do a little more damage or try to get a beacon. So in this particular battle, you can see that's an RDB, I think. He's kind of focusing me, but it's enough that I can kind of keep away. And at that closer range, the weapon is more deadly. However, you can still scratch people that are at the longer distance of the range. Now, this is where I can't really hide some of the frustrations with this weapon setup. As that person has Turons and Plasma. And as such, I am instantly overpowered. So, here's one more round with it to kind of just drive home the, I don't know, the weaknesses, but also the strengths. It's hard with this weapon in particular, because I was torn. I could have played like a dozen games and tried to get some really cool footage of it, but by the same token, that feels kind of like a lie, because this bot isn't super good. It can be fun to play, but this isn't some champion level bot setup. It's enough for maybe lower league players that just want to experiment, but against Orkin Haichi or a lot of the other dash bots and shock trains, it's a little underwhelming.